Hi, so as most of you now are applying for universities, just like me, I'm going to show you my portfolio to help you out maybe with ideas and give you some tips about how to go to the interview and what to say. So at the beginning with your folder, it's best to have your name. Usually they say it's on the right hand side, but I obviously didn't do that, and try to put maybe your UCAS code, mobile or email numbers in case you lose your portfolio on the train, and write the subject so that they know what subject you're applying for. So now let's open this up. Okay, so now they usually want the maximum of 4 books, and I forgot to tell you that I'm applying for both foundation art and product design. So I've got a mixture of my books. So I've got my art book from AS, and then that's my A2 photography, AS art, and A2 art. Now let's put this on the side so I could show you the rest of the portfolio. So first start with a page that you like and try to make other pages to flow. For example, I have these are developments. This is the final piece. You have to place some final pieces, not just experiments in your book. So it has to flow. For example, you've got the development from here to here and then the final piece, and make sure that your first page pops out and stands out and it's really good, but it doesn't have to be your best work at the first. That's my art. It's a painting on the canvas. If you have a painting on the canvas, just take a picture of it and stick it in, because it's going to be a huge fuss to carry it around the train, and it's just best to show it like this. As I'm doing product design, I wanted to show them my other talents before showing them the real thing, so that they don't get bored. So that's the watercoloring painting that I did. There's a video about this. These are 2 big canvases that I shrank down, so they're of candy, so I placed them one on top of each other. Sometimes it's best to have it on a single page, but that's fine. And do you see like the contrasting colors, like it's a colorful page and they do kind of link together, even though this is photography. So this is my photography from last year. I've got this is an apple, a lily, and an egg. And now I start to show them about my visual drawing, so when I look at something and draw. So they're quite sketchy, and it shows like how you could use your eyes to look at things. For example, you could see the reflections of the metal. This is like a toolbox, and the shadows, because this is quite good to have a sense of lighting in the room. This was a painting of just a girl from an image, even though it's not visual, and that's a robe on a tripod. I sat down and sketched it with graphite pencils. My teacher didn't really like it because the lighting wasn't quite well on it. And that's a visual drawing of a violin. I think I did it in an hour and a half or an hour. So it's a broken violin. And that now, because I've done with my artwork and photography, I start showing them my product design work. So this is a pen that I did this year for my A2, and it was to kind of design something that is graphic, so you have to design on the computer and draw a 3D thing. So I've got the sketch here, and these 2 pages flow like an A1 sheet, so that's what's nice about it. And you have to put the final images. For example, I've got the pen over here, and like the way you could hold it, and this is the packaging. This was about a pen that for children that you could wear around the wrist, listen to music with, and it has a camera, so that's you could wear it around the wrist. So it has like these different features in it, and basically at the interview they just tell you to explain this, like why is this successful, what does it do, what is the target audience. It's not something stressful, it's just something that whatever you wrote in your book, obviously you know what you've done, so you just say this is this and this is that. This is something that we did last year, so you got the 3D drawings of we had to design a blood monitor that we could wear around the wrist. So this was aimed at teenagers, so it had to be a bit fashionable. For example, this is a development page and it has the designs on it, how it grew into becoming fashionable. When I went to the interview they said that it was quite professionally made, so I try to tell them thank you if they've complimented you. And show your final design. For example, I've showed my first design, which is this one, and then the final development, and then the final improved design that's after the feedback. For example, instead of having the screen pop outside, I made it twirl. And then to show more of my skills, I showed the exploring kind of the explosion of the product, like what materials I use and why I use them. Basically you just copy it from the PowerPoints that you did for your coursework, and show some model work. For example, I did this for the blood monitors. These are some developments that I created. Have the I did two, even though we were meant to do one. So this is the first design. That's that. Then that one's that one, so it pops out. They want to see how you can do things by hand. And then also you must show 2D work. So this is the packaging that we did last year. We have to do an earphone, a Bluetooth earphone, so we have to model it with I think it was polyurethane block. And then over here you just put the extra things at the back. So for example, things that I like to do. So I've got my polymer clay. Don't be ashamed if it looks a bit strange or childish. Just place it in. Show them that you could actually do something. You're not a boring person. I've had many like smiles from this page, like the interviewers liked it. And then this was a shoot that we did for our AS. We had to open up an exhibition, so we had to raise up money, so we did a shoot for the year 6's open day. So this page like resembles like family, and I really liked it. Now at the end I placed one of my certificates. So it was a certificate that I had for my GCSEs. It was a mini enterprise thing, and just like he will ask you about it, like what you did. Just tell them that this happened. For example, I'm going to tell you right now. We were placed in groups, and we were told to create a product. We created mugs and we painted on them. Just like explain roughly what it was about, and he might ask more questions. It won't be hesitating, trust me. But make sure in your portfolio to have mostly your recent work, not from your A-levels, sorry, not from your GCSEs, just from A-levels. And I think this is it. If you have any questions about interviews and if you're worried about it, I can easily talk to you and tell you how it's like. Don't hesitate to talk to me. Just going to go through them so that you can see them again. And it won't really be hesitating over there, even though I mean to be honest, I never really had a job interview because I never really applied to interview, so this year is my first interview time. I did get some offers. I haven't finished with my interviews. I still have like one every week. Next week I've got 3, tiring. And just like write down in the comments what you want to see next. And sometimes they do, and make sure that in your personal statement that you write something that you will be talking about in your interview. For example, I wrote about a company and I didn't know much about it, and they asked about to tell me about the company, and I just told them I don't know much about them. I just know a bit this and that. That was probably the only hesitating part about it. And if they ask you a question, for example, I don't know like what year did this university open, they probably won't ask you, but that's just an example. If you don't know, just say I don't know. You don't have to lie. They want to see if you are a trusted person and you know what you're doing. So thank you for watching, and I want to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.